In the summer of 2017, I found myself thrust into the role of the third host for a weekly Game of Thrones recap show on Facebook Live. At the time, I was an editor at GQ and considered the assignment beneath me. My days were supposed to be spent refining articles, not performing on camera. To complicate matters, my knowledge of Game of Thrones was minimal. I watched the show casually and hadn't read the books. The lore was overwhelming, and I struggled to distinguish between the numerous bearded characters. However, my boss insisted I join the show to bring a less nerdy perspective, following a suggestion that the current hosts, Scott and Josh, wore fedoras back in 2016. Pivot to video was more than just a catchphrase, it was a directive. Facebook, eager to promote its new live streaming feature, enticed publications with monetary incentives. At Condé Nast, GQ's parent company, we were instructed to participate. Even though the initiative felt silly, we complied, chasing the elusive promise of Google search traffic. Game of Thrones was an obvious choice for content, given its massive popularity. Despite my initial resistance to the show's concept and my forced involvement, I eventually found enjoyment in the experience. Scott handled the play-by-play narration, while Josh provided colorful commentary. I occasionally chimed in, often mispronouncing major character names, which became a running gag. Scott and Josh were dedicated and enthusiastic, showing up consistently without extra compensation. My role as the show's grumpy foil surprisingly resonated with viewers. Despite my reservations, the show garnered thousands of views each episode, a respectable number given our low production effort. By 2017, the future of media looked bleak. Advertising revenue was dwindling, and the transition to digital had placed control in the hands of Google and Facebook. Publications, including ours, eagerly lapped up any scraps these tech giants offered. When they declared video as the future, we jumped on board. For a brief moment in 2016, Facebook Live seemed promising. Major media companies, including Canada's National Post, TechCrunch, and ABC News, experimented with various live streams. BuzzFeed, however, set the bar with its viral livestream of a watermelon being wrapped with rubber bands until it exploded. But the dream was short-lived. Less than a year later, Facebook ceased paying publishers to support its live streaming product and was soon found to have inflated its viewership metrics. This led to a $40 million settlement, a mere drop in the bucket for the tech giant. Reflecting on my time with the Game of Thrones Facebook Live show, I see it as a microcosm of the broader media landscape during the Facebook Live era. Despite my initial reluctance and the overarching silliness of the endeavor, it provided a unique and unexpectedly enjoyable experience. And in hindsight, perhaps the BuzzFeed watermelon, often seen as a metaphor for the period, got off easy compared to the rest of us navigating the volatile world of digital journalism.